Agarth will not be far behind you. Neither of us saw any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinio. A scout on the ridge above saw the Tuatha mounting for a counterattack. You should hear what he has to say before we move on. If you'd rather not wait, talk with Agarth. Time is of the essence. The Pale Country, once the peaceful home to the Winter Court. Now Gadflow squats in her heart like a rot in the flesh. My homeland will not suffer this indignity. Together, we must extract the Tuatha, even if it means the end of my people. Bale, the icy heart of my people, with bridges of woven stone and ice. It sickens me to think of what Gadflow's people have done to it. Legend says it was where the first alliance between enemies was formed. And we Fae do so love to repeat legends, don't we? House of Pride, our shining beacon. Now its light is dim and faltering, but it still stands against the darkness, as it always has. The House of Vengeance was a place of fierce honor and stoic determination that made granite seem soft and fickle. But not anymore. When Gadflow rose up, he unleashed their bottled hatred and turned it against the mortals. Now, they're led by a vicious cur, more beast than Fae. Dren is the defender of the House of Pride. He may help the Tuatha, but he doesn't serve them. Before Gadflow's rise, he was a battered whelp of a Fae. Now, his suffering has only added to his power. I hear he keeps a stable of trolls, but I can't be sure if they're his pets or his lovers. Agarth, if he tells you he's ready, then my people are as well. Of course, if you wish to proceed with caution, the scout on the ridge will know what we're up against. Careful. This is worse than I feared.
Good to see you here. Ready? I am. But there hasn't been any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinio. Damn it all, I knew we couldn't trust her. I sent Ventrinio to keep an eye on her. He was sending me messages until recently. But there were fewer and fewer as we've gotten closer to Bale. We need to get through the House of Vengeance and kill the cur. And we'll have to do it without them. He's the closest thing Vengeance has to a leader anymore. A face so consumed with hatred that he's little more than a beast. If you're going to get into Bale, the cur has to die. We'll go as far as we can. Whatever is happening in Bale needs to be stopped as quickly as possible. Listen, you're more powerful than I ever was. If anyone can stop this, it's you. When you kill the cur, you go into Bale and stop Gadflow. If we get separated, I'll keep fighting to keep an escape route open for you. Now go! Stay on guard.
As the sun is to the forest, Tirnoch is to the Fae of winter. Some embraced this new god, this break from the great cycle. Others hid in the darkest of places. Gadflow spoke of Tirnoch, and the Prismere emanated its power. It is a source of magic and hatred. It no longer slumbers beneath Amethen. The unbroken horizon of the winter is now the fiery haze of destruction.
Aye. He'll be guarding the heart of the House of Vengeance. Lead the way and we'll find him. Mark my words. The Cur's the closest thing Vengeance has to a leader anymore. A Fae so consumed with hatred that he's little more than a beast. If you're going to get into Bale, the Cur has to die. That damned backstabber never showed up to help us. I knew she was trouble. She was probably a plant from Gadflow all along. You find Gadflow, and you'll find her at his side. Mark my words. Stay on guard. Onwards! We're nearly there.
mountain god of waves.
Looks like this is it.
My deepest apologies for not being able to join the battle. Ventrinia was something of a hassle. Waiting for you, of course, and cleaning up. Ventrinio attacked me. If it's any comfort, he didn't suffer. The closer we got to Bale, the more obsessed he became with Tiernok, and with harnessing Tiernok's power, just like Gadflow did. That's why he had to be stopped, and why we need to talk about our mission. I wasn't sure I could trust you. You're not the same person you used to be. We're running out of time. I'll explain as we go. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
The winter court was still as fallen snow as the jester danced and capered. Juggling knives and torches, he sang to his lords and ladies, but none smiled. Not an eyebrow raised as the snivelling jester imitated the king, not even when he took the crown from his head. Because this was the day that Gadflow murdered the winter court. This was the day the Tuatha
Fighting
were
at your
born,
side,
and our
just like the
people
old
became
days, before he
sacrificed for
died.
Tiernok.
You and I carry on a duty that has been fulfilled for centuries. We keep the world from being consumed by the ancient beast.
Since the
must stay
Alabaster
sealed
War was
away
young,
at any
the
cost.
beautiful bone-white
The
forest
world
was
must
a
never
place
realize
of
the
peace and
terrible power
meditation.
Tiernok offers.
No piercing bird song nor heated word could find its way between the branches. Quiet thought prevailed until Gadflow shattered our land. The Tuatha's crimson axes chopped the forest for arrow shafts, and Tiernok's Prismere spires rose up to consume what remained. Now our forest is shattered, and screams of warfare fill its boughs.
When Gadflow's army arose, we recognized Tiernok's tainted influence. Only a fool like her could warp eternal creatures like the Fae. So you came to infiltrate Alabastra. If you couldn't stop, you had to
The greatest
try.
heroes of winter have
Even though the
always
Fate
fallen
Weaver
from the
said
Vale's
you were
pale
doomed.
boughs. From
As
Pietra the
always,
Keen to
the Fate
Hulgan the
Weavers
Hungry.
were right.
When the Tuatha claimed dominance over us, heroes arose to defend winter. Gadflow laughed at their challenge and called up Tiernok's wrath. In a second, our most loyal heroes were impaled by Prismere spires. Our heroes were gone, never to be reborn, and our people succumbed
When I
to
found you in
Gadflow's
Dalentarth,
madness.
when I saw you had come back to life, I wasn't sure how much you remembered. I couldn't be certain you would keep our secrets. I considered killing you then and there. Nothing personal. You would have done the same to me. But then I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wielded. And I saw how useful you could be.
And so, instead of an
When I
arcane
saw you
age,
could change fate,
Gadflow would have an endless winter. Not the winter of the Fae, but of
So I
Tyrnak's
hope to continue
making.
your mission to stop
Gadflow has
Tyrnak,
seen the
even
visions
if
of
you have
annihilation,
forgotten it.
of
But
a
over
blissful
time,
void across
I
the
realized you
world.
weren't the same man you were when you
It
died.
is
In happier times, the Winter Court would come here to bathe in the colours of the midnight gardens. Night violets and pale moonflowers blossomed on a field of bluest grass studded with frost. When stars align, at long last, Gadflow has crushed the Winter Fae, and his Tuatha rules us utterly. No longer are we reborn into this world, unless his god Tyrnak wills it so. This monster has crushed us, and our kind shall pass from this world. But our memories might yet last. When Gadflow is gone, and his god is left for another people
Last
to
time you
ravage,
came here,
I
you
may
were
be
destined to
freed from
die.
my tomb,
This time,
and then I
your
may share
destiny is
what
up to
dreams
you.
we made. It is the only immortality any of us may hope for now.
now we have a chance to finally complete our mission. Let's put an end to Gadflow before his bargain frees Tyrnak on the world. This must have been a lot for you to take in at once, but I need you to be clear on who you are and what you need to do. A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time, and last time it killed you. Oh, she's a creature with incredible power. A dragon, but she is no simple lizard in some child's tale. She has a power rivaled only by the gods. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Alpha sealed her in the Amathen between this world and the world of magic. And there she went mad. As her prison weakened over time, she was able to tempt Gadflow into helping her gain enough power to break free. And if she escapes fully, it will mean the end of all mortal life. Tyrnak's revenge for tens of thousands of years of imprisonment. That's why people like you and I have dedicated our lives to keeping Tyrnak's secret from the world. We were supposed to keep Tyrnak hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tyrnak away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone who knows the truth of Tyrnak will be dead, and Tyrnak will be sealed away once again. We can return to our duty of keeping the knowledge secret, assuming that's the life you want to return to. But if you refuse, then I'd have to make sure you never tell the truth about Tyrnak. Of course, I'd rather it didn't come to that. But you would have done the same. Ha! I have more important things to do than love. And so do you. But I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it, but it'll have to do. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
You don't understand, do you? The power of Tirnoch has rewritten the fate of this world. Yes! Return to your grave! Tirnoch, lend me your power!
If Gadflow isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground, someplace closer to the source of the Prismere. Definitely. The war's not over yet. Whatever bargain Gadflow made with Tirnoch, it's about to pay off. When that happens, the world will not be spared her wrath. We were two of the people who were supposed to keep Tirnoch hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tirnoch away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Somehow Gadflow found a way to reach out to Tirnoch. Or perhaps she was able to seek out his twisted mind. She offered him power, and with it, he began the Tuatha. No wonder Gadflow thinks she's a god. In the heart of Alabastra is the former unseelie city of Baal. Beneath the Winter King's court, there is the cave of Amathin. It's a place of tremendous power. It is where Tirnoch is imprisoned, and where you died. Then Trinia was right. Tirnoch is no god. She has almost as much power, and is every bit as dangerous to the world as any Dock god. Her powers raised Gadflow from a jester to a warlord, and in return, his army would usher in a chance for her to enter this world and consume it. She's imprisoned deep in the Amathin, but Gadflow's war has weakened her bonds. There's no time to spare. If she gets free, our world is lost. We're close. This way.